Thank you so much,
You are so
Lisa,
welcome.
for sitting down with us. Thank you so much. All right, so 11 questions, 11 minutes with the CEO of NYCHA, Lisa Bova-Hiatt. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Almost 2 years you've been the CEO of NYCHA. 330 housing developments, 400,000 New Yorkers, a huge responsibility every single day. Talk to me about the successes. What are you most proud of? A big announcement today with the Section 8 vouchers.
The opening of the Section 8 waiting list. You know, it is such an amazing time to be at NYCHA. We are making incredible strides under the HUD agreement. We are really working collaboratively. We have such a great executive team, such a great senior team. Really, our workforce is really transforming into a workforce that is dedicated to our residents, despite all the challenges that we have. We created a transformation plan that really is the roadmap for our success. And I think that we are using every tool that we have. We have Section 9, we have our PACT program, and we have the Public Housing Preservation Trust, which really gives NYCHA residents a say in the future of their development.
Well, to be laser focused about the Section 8, what's so great about this announcement? 15 years hasn't happened. How is that going to change someone's life watching right now?
So you have the ability to get on the Section 8 waiting list, which means that you have the ability to have NYCHA as a public housing authority help you get housing that is affordable. And we know that in New York City, affordable housing is such a crisis.
It is.
When you look at the vacancies, we're basically at zero. And we haven't opened our waiting list since 2009. So people who have been waiting now have the opportunity to get the safety net, to know that they can pay 30% of their income towards housing, and NYCHA will pay for the rest.
I'm glad you brought up the vacancies. So there was a problem with vacancies, there was vacant apartments in NYCHA, a lot of news reporting about that. You're saying that problem has been remedied, or
so
that's
a different issue.
Vacancy?
But
okay.
I will say that we are making incredible progress on our vacant unit readiness. And what we're doing is something that we never did before, which is when somebody moves into a vacant unit, and remember, our tenants, the average length of time that they spend in one of our apartments is 25 years. So if you think about living in your apartment for 25 years, there are a lot that needs to be done. But what we've decided to do is make sure that the apartments are lead-free, asbestos safe, and mold safe. And so you're moving into an apartment that is free from environmental contamination.
I love you brought that up, because closed repair tickets. You know, last time we talked, I think, was it walled houses, and we walked around, you said one of the top priorities was closing the closed repair tickets, making sure that there are repairs being done with closed repair tickets. We still get so many viewers frustrated that their closed repair tickets are not being handled. I mean, what is the progress there? Have you made progress there?
So we have made progress, but I will say that with close to 600,000 work orders, it's going to take time, and it's going to take resources, and those are resources that unfortunately we don't have. But when you think about the number of work tickets that we get in a month, which sometimes is over close to 170,000 work tickets.
A month. Across the city.
Across the city. And we are closing over 150,000. So although we're making
some would
incredible
say they're closed but not being finished. They're not actually being worked on. That's what some would say watching.
So, you know, I know that there are work tickets that are opened, that might be closed, but from what I understand from our operations team, which is really laser focused on making sure that the work gets done, that's something that we're really remedying.
So following up on that, what do you tell someone watching? Because, you know, that's what we do every day, Lisa. We fight for NYCHA residents to get their repairs, and you probably watch us.
Oh, 100%. And I appreciate our residents need a voice. We see that we're giving them voices in the PACT program, in the trust, and you give our Section 9 residents a voice every day, and we appreciate that. There are a lot of people who don't reach out to us directly, and I love the fact, you see that we're on a lot of emails together.
Yes, yes.
NYCHA has a storied history in New York, and I want people to understand that we work tirelessly every single day. When I get an email, when I get a message on Instagram or a message on Facebook, I understand that people are reaching out because they feel overwhelmed and desperate.
Let's talk money. It's about money, isn't it? $80 billion now is the price tag. Every time I talk to you, the number keeps getting higher and higher. How are you going to make that happen? $80 billion price tag.
So we have to use every tool in our toolbox. That's why the Public Housing Preservation Trust is such a wonderful model, because it takes the properties from Section 9, transfers them to Section 8, and we are able to get unlocked dollars that we didn't already have. So we really need to almost divide and conquer.
Yeah, I have to ask you this. Jacob Riis houses, so much has come out about the Jacob Riis houses, the mishandling of the water tests, 589 complaints in 2022. Is the water safe to drink now?
The water was always safe. New York City has the best water in the country. The water at Riis houses comes from the reservoirs upstate, and DEP, as our water supplier, has confirmed many times through their own testing, through our testing, that the water was always and continues to be safe.
Families watching who send us pictures every day of the water, what do you want to tell them about the accountability? Since there was mishandling, the DOI has released that. What's the accountability there?
Well, I have to tell you that, Riis was certainly a moment in time, and I can't believe that it's already been 2 years. But we really took a hard look at the way that we handled, in the case of Riis, it had to do with the water pumps. We now have a very robust Office of Water Quality. We work very collaboratively with DEP, our water supplier, and DOH-MH. Who guides us when we do have findings around water. So I want them to know that we are all working collaboratively to make sure that the water is safe.
$7 million for security for our seniors. We cover these seniors every single day. We love these seniors. Boy, do they have me on speed dial. And specifically, they're very concerned that they're going to lose their favorite security guards. They have these personal relationships with these security guards. And I know it's $7 million, but there has been some sort of statement coming out of your office that you believe there might be some funding, or you're going to fight for funding. Is it a good idea to let go of this program?
So I will say, nobody loves seniors more than I do. Every senior has a story to tell, and we have a huge population of seniors in our NYCHA developments. But what I can say, as the CEO of NYCHA, I need to make sure that I'm looking at the entire picture. We went into 2024 with a $35 million deficit.
We have to talk about the vote that's happening. It's going to change, in 5 to 10 years when we talk again. It's going to change the way NYCHA looks, right? It's going to completely change the future of NYCHA. What do you want people to know about this historic vote? If they're living in NYCHA and they're concerned about this public-private partnership, what do you want them to know?
So I have to say that the Public Housing Preservation Trust has been such a pivotal moment in our history. People having the opportunity to choose one of 3 paths, which is stay in Section 9, convert to the PACT program, convert to the Public Housing Preservation Trust. And now, so we are on our 3rd group of votes. Nostrand successfully voted to have the trust take care of their revitalization and modernization. We had a vote at Bronx River Senior Edition. They also voted for the trust. And right now we are in the 100 days of engagement at Coney Island and Unity Towers, and we'll see what they decide. And what we're doing now, last month at Nostrand, they had a tabletop exercise where they were talking about, what they're interested in terms of the modernization. After we talk today, I'm heading up to one of our Manhattan Bundle properties to look at the excitement in a resident's eyes who has seen her apartment go from some of the apartments that you see every day to an apartment that is modernized, to an apartment that our residents are proud to live in.
If they're concerned, and also concerned about full transparency about the voting, do you feel it's a transparent voting process?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we have a third-party voting administrator. We do a tremendous amount of outreach. We have advocates coming and also explaining the different options. So it's really a very exciting time.
I like to do something at the end of these interviews, and I just want you to complete the sentence really
Sure.
quick. Lisa Bova-Hiatt, NYCHA CEO, is most frustrated by,
Our lack of funding,
is most proud of,
where we are today,
is most excited about,
the future
of public housing,
the future of the future of NYCHA.
is bright,
Yes, it is.
fixed homes,
Yes. Transparency, communication, collaboration.
and resident voices leading the way, right?
100%.
Always. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much.